Well, hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and big news, there's new news for Manor Lords. Yeah, welcome back. Good to see you all here. Many of you have been telling me that there was a new Manor Lords trailer, and for a moment I thought I was going crazy. I checked it out, and it looked seemingly like all the other stuff I had seen before on the official Manor Lords YouTube channel, and also on the publisher's YouTube channel, as well as a few other sources, but this does indeed seem to have a remix or some new footage that has never before been seen in a trailer such as this. But I am very excited because, of course, in April 26, 2024, we have ourselves the release in early access of Manor Lords. Very excited for this one. Long time anticipated. We played many games like this one on the channel, including Farthest Frontier and many other medieval city builders in anticipation for it. We haven't played this demo in years. So later this week on the channel, I'm going to put out our first look video, kind of a re-upload, because I'll be taking some time off. I know. But anyway, I'm going to be putting that up again because I'm very excited to, well, see the game again in April, and also I just really wish we could play another demo. But luckily the developer has been putting out some new footage to hype everybody up in anticipation of the release, rather than working on a new demo to give that, you know, a try before it releases. The developer has been putting out some new things related to, well, this trailer that you're about to see, and also some things on the soundtrack. And I really honestly, at this point, think that covering this game is almost like a national service. It's like something that needs to be preserved, because in an era that we have quadruple A games for $70, we have endless amounts of developers, 1, 2, 5, 10-person teams working on absolute bangers that are blowing everyone out of the water. Favorites over the last couple of years include Dave the Diver, and also we have Dredge, and now Pacific Drive as being some of my big favorites, including Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden. But regardless, I am really happy to see all these smaller devs who might not have a lot of financial support or notoriety making a product that's so good that you guys and other YouTubers pick up on it, and then everybody's like, whoa, everybody's got to check this out. The demo was amazing. The full game hopefully will match that. It might not be something along the lines of a total war killer, but it certainly will be something that's very cool, very unique, and almost feels like a modern, maybe like Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom or many of the other Sierra city builders, but a little bit more, you know, different, like something we've seen before, like Ostrive or Foundation. Regardless, I wanted to just put the trailer here and drop it. To me, it looked somewhat new, but also the same thing as before, and then put up new footage regarding the audio, the music, the soundtrack for this game. A lot of great music coming from Manor Lords. This is not a game that's just being a game that is a city builder, but again, there's been all sorts of attention, from the animations to the soundtrack to the sounds to just an incredible amount of feedback. I cannot applaud this developer enough for communicating via Twitter and Discord, and everybody giving feedback, and literally almost weekly polls of, hey, I'm going to make a change. What do you guys think? Hey, I want to make a day-night cycle. Could I do that, or is it going to suck? People be like, oh yeah, you know, you took it out, bring it back in. Oh, it's too dark. I don't know if I want to do it, but he let people have it. It's just great. Like, honestly, this is the new standard for octuple A gaming, all right? When you get indie devs who come in with pure passion, that's octuple tier, especially when they're charging $20, $30, $40. Anyway, I don't often speak too passionately like that, but damn it, I want this to be an absolute dub. Not for the developer, but for us, for all gamers. Games made by gamers for gamers. I mean, that has to come back. And last year started that, and let's let 2024 blow those big-ass corporations out of the water and be like, hey, you know, we're not all dumb and just wanting to play Call of Duty type stuff and just, you know, buy all the skins, although that is fun from time to time. Where's the nutrients and the substance, and it's all calories and high fructose garbage? Well, now this game will certainly change that. Sorry, I was just speaking from the heart there, but honestly, I just want to say one last thing. If this game gets delayed or something, and the developer needs more time, I've said it in my last like 5 videos, good. Take all the time you need. Do not rush this. The publisher, Hooded Horse, for this game is also publishing other games, like another one I always forget the name, Fallen Frontiers, something along that line. I haven't played the demo for that one yet, but again, these are things to keep an eye out for. Without further ado, sorry for yapping. I'm feeling in a great mood, and I'm really passionate about this game. I want you all to really be excited too, and try it and enjoy it. I hope the dev at launch gets a chance to make a demo, and I hope people are able to try it before they buy. Remember, as always, 2 hours. You have 2 hours to return anything on Steam that you don't like if you played it. If you get Manor Lords and you're like, oh man, Raptor said it's going to be amazing, and you don't like it, go ahead and return it. It's not going to hurt me or the developer. Give some honest feedback and maybe check the game back later, you know. give a review and tell them where to make improvements, or just say it's the greatest game of all time, that kind of thing. I just hope we don't end up with the City Skylines 2, and I don't think we will, because this developer is doing their first one, and they got something to prove, and I don't even know what that is. Sorry, okay, end of rant, begin trailer. Roll it, John. I don't even know who John is. John Madden.
Welcome to Manor Lords.
Let's get to work!
In this video, I'd like to introduce you to some of the core mechanics of the game, including regional development, trade, and military recruitment.
We need more workers here.
The map in Manor Lords is divided into regions. Each region has its own resources, as well as a development tree. When you upgrade the residential buildings in the region, you get development points, which you can spend to unlock new development branches. This means that different regions may specialize in different things. Some may be more optimized for farming, some for mining, and some will process the resources to make expensive goods, like shoes or clothing. Depending on the optimization of your production chains, the price of the goods will change, affecting the market attractiveness. Free merchants will travel more frequently to towns that have rare and more affordable goods. These merchants are the only way to get wealth in the game. Lord's treasury, however, is split from the regional wealth. As the lord or lady, you must tax your towns and villages in order to get money for your personal endeavors. There are different taxes giving various benefits. For example, the tithe goes straight to the church, but in return, the church gives you influence. Every so often, the king gives out valuable rewards to the most influential lords on the map, including new territories. You can compliment or insult other lords via the diplomacy system to affect their influence. The recruitment system in Manor Lords has been redesigned after some community feedback. It is now divided into 3 unit categories. First type of recruits are the peasant militia. You can call to arms the peasants from your villages. They grab whatever improvised weapons they have and join the fight.
War is coming!
This will hit your economy, and you'll need at least a couple of villages to form an army. If you want better militia, you must train them at the training camp or the archery range. The second type of recruits are mercenaries. They cost silver and a lot of it. The last type is Lord's Retinue. This is a limited, heavily armored unit that you can customize to your liking. Thank you for joining in for this short preview of Manor Lords gameplay systems. If you're interested in discussing the game, be sure to visit Manor Lords Discord and subreddit. See you all in the next video.
Been chosen to govern a land of great peril and promise. It has suffered long from the scourge of banditry, but there is another threat, an illegitimate baron who claims the northern territories as his own. Will you prove yourself worthy of this honor, or will you perish by the traitor's steel?
project's scope just increased with time. We started with samples. It was a small budget scope in the beginning, and through a lot of kind of online presence and hype and excitement around the game, the scope increased, and we landed up here at Air Studios, which is an absolute dream come true for any composer. The two core components to the score was going to be cinematic music to capture the beauty of the game, and medieval music to capture the authenticity of the period that we're in.
I'd say that the biggest challenge for us was coming from the film side of things, and it's something that Greg keeps pointing out with us, is it sounds like an event's happening. It sounds like something's happening. So with gaming, it's quite interesting in that most of the music is background music, but you want it to sort of set the scene. You want to feel like you're in the world, but you don't want to be having moments where the dynamics are too big.
The strings element of the score to me was extremely important from the beginning because of how much detail there was to how the game looks, and the puddles in the dirt roads and the trees rustling, and it just felt to me so important to capture that almost cinematically, offset by this strong, authentic medieval stuff.
Come along, lad. You spat it in my face and tried to carve me a new nipple.
But we found that some of the best stuff was actually the improvisational stuff, where the artists were free to sort of improv in their style. So maybe we could have a sort of a bass melody at the core, but then you allow the instrumentalists to sort of express it in their own way. So we've moved more into relying on the expression of the artists than our expression of it. I suppose that was a big learning as well.
sacred choir music, which is the music that you'd hear in medieval world, it's church music, is all inspired by scripture. And so when we set out, again in the beginning, writing choir music, we think melodically, and we start writing melodies and things that we think sound awesome and pretty and all that. But that's kind of the wrong end to tackle first. It's the melodies and the things are based off of the chants. And so we had to dig down and we had to go and find these actual old chants, and then write our music based on that to really capture what music they actually listened to, what they actually sang. There's just a magic to it that you just can't recreate, you know, in a modern sense. It's got its own flow to it. It's got its own pulse and its own heart. So we did use quite a lot of chants, existing chants, and we felt that these absolutely worked the best, and brought us right to the center of the period.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little trailer heads up or whatnot. Again, 110% playing Manor Lords when it drops and or as early as possible. And also, I'll be putting up some more Manor Lords videos on this channel before it's released. And I think the developer has the intention to possibly keep the hype train rolling, probably through March and April, of course, until the release in the end of April. So expect a lot more trailers and gameplay hype, and maybe some sort of a demo for creators. It might not happen. Like whatever happens. I'm just saying there's probably going to be more of it, and I certainly want to put up some more footage on this game. Even though I didn't get a chance to play the demo that much, I did play it as much as I could, and I wish there was another one. So expect re-uploads. I'm going to be re-uploading these videos from like 2 years ago, which I hope many of who haven't been able to see it are able to see it again, and I'll make that clear. And don't watch it if you've already seen it. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to see this game and try it for themselves. But anyway, I'll see you all very soon. Thanks again for watching. Let's go Manor Lords. Let's go for a big dub. Let's get a damn good game for this year. A damn good one for the decade. Okay, I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching.